Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Fuad, and I will be presenting the paper on knowledge management in the light of social media. I'll quickly glance through my agenda for the presentation, which is to give research background, to give more info about KM systems, social media, and KM in practice in higher education institutions, and limitations and recommendations for the study, and from my part, and the conclusions. We'll start with the quote from Ethan Wanger, who is a practitioner for communities of practice. He says that KM will never work until companies realize that they should more understand how to create and leverage it rather than just capturing it, which is why I will start telling you that KM is very underrated topic, in my opinion, and which normally tends to be overlooked about the facts and figures of it, and we generally don't know how it works. And for this paper, I focused more on the higher education institutions and to see how they work in the KM process framework. On the right, we'll be able to see how it works. The whole point of this diagram is to tell you that it does not matter where to start. What matters is where it ends. So you can start from sharing an application, and through that, you can start capturing knowledge, start creating knowledge, and gathering a whole knowledge base, and then later you can access it whenever you want. And then my research questions, I have put 5, starting from understanding what KM is and understanding the tools and systems, how they can work and in what area they can work. In my case is HEI, and then how social media can benefit KM. And apart from that, we will be reviewing how KM and social media can link through big data and how it can be on a bigger picture. And last but not least, the impacts and effects. For the paper, I've used methodology as SLR, which is systematic literature review, and it's quite synthesized and quite structured because we have to plan first to understand what are the key terms, the key topics, and the literature review that we would be needing. And then once we have given a thought about it, we have selected at least 40 journals. Then we shortlist at least 20 and 30 based on our topic and based on about what topic and keywords are. After that, we extract quality content, and then we execute it, and then give out the analysis and findings and write the review from our side. And apart from that, the literature and criteria that I've looked into is basically different platforms such as Google Scholar, Inti Library, because I'm from Inti, and Science Direct and other platforms, and official sources such as Statista and UNESCO. The other criteria for the years is I've gone back in the dates starting from 2003 until 2021 to gain a bigger picture, to understand that KM was there before and now is there as well. Now, we know we are in IR4 because everything is going digital. And for that purpose, I would say if we don't know what social media is, if we don't know that if we don't have an account on social media, then I believe we are disabled because knowledge management is the top and hot topic nowadays, even though we don't know about it, but we use it in our daily life. And specifically, sharing an application are the most ones to be used. And if big data and corporations, big data are using corporations, then it's much better because now we use IoT and iCloud storage, and everything is going on cloud storage. So knowledge management is widely used. And after that, there are some operational definitions, which a layman, if does not know what the keywords are or what the paper is about, can look through it. They have citations and they're quite authentic. Furthermore, I'll be discussing on types of knowledge that are tacit, which is implicit or explicit knowledge. Tacit, more of our experiences, intuitions, feelings, emotions, and explicit that we gain from other parties, other sources, and that are easily communicated. And apart from that, my main focus is on knowledge sharing. And of course, as the word itself is saying, that is some more of information exchange among people. And we can use different interventions or strategies to change the tacit knowledge into explicit or vice versa. And for that, I've used Nonaka and Takeuchi metrics, which can be found on the right-hand side. And the next process that I've used is knowledge application. Now, knowledge application is very important because it lets us to solve the problem that is on our hand based on what the knowledge we have on the other side. So, and we use 5 systems in knowledge application in order to overcome the problem, in order to understand better, which is expert system, help desk system, fault diagnosis, decision support system, advisor system. All of them are used in our daily life. And the best example can be to understand the code SARS-2. We had we have SARS-1, due to which we could understand the SARS-2 better, and which is why we try to apply the knowledge that we already had on our hands. Furthermore, social media in Malaysia, it's been increasing over the years, and a major 14% increase in the last 5 years, and specifically in the last year or so, 5% itself has increased. Now that's a major increase, partially because we are moving towards digitalized world, but also because there's COVID. So we got no option other than using social media. And there are several reasons, such as self-education or seeking academic info, which are frequently used. And I believe we are using the knowledge management systems and processes throughout the time. And giving you information about social media platforms that we don't normally use is one of them is blogs, which is WordPress. We do blogs, which is now turned to blogs. And then we have collaborative projects such as Wikipedia, or in other words, we can say for schools and colleges or universities, we have blackboards and LMS where we come and give presentations. Then we have content communities such as TikTok, where short reels are there. We can learn a lot from them. And that's a very handy part of knowledge management. But in terms of HEI, we were looking into Telegram. Now, Mara College and other universities are also started to using it because they give out notifications, official notifications, and the class schedules. Apart from that, we have social networking such as Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And last but not least, we have virtual worlds, which is the games basically, Sims 2 or Sims 3, and then we have World of Warcraft. Then we can see the big data coming in hand. Now, if we use Facebook, we can check the analytics. If we go on Instagram, we can check how many people have liked our page, how many comments are there. When we go on Blackboard, we can check how many students are engaging and what discussion is being there. And Telegram, we can obviously tell what's the audience about or like. So big data is coming everywhere in the education sector. Now, let's check the impact and effect. We have a lot of impacts and effects. And to mention a few, it'll be like we are more responsive towards knowledge now. Our process is quicker. It's not like IR1, IR2, or Web 1, Web 2, where we have to wait for days and years or months. Now, on the second, when we press enter or click, we have the information readily available. So that's one. Then we have more accurate and reliable information because nowadays we have so many journals and articles available, so many live experiences available, and those are real-time data that we can get. So there's a less repetition of knowledge. In fact, there's a vast pool of knowledge. Then we have long-term storage and knowledge-based creation because now we have cloud storage. Everything is on cloud, whether it's Microsoft Cloud, Google Cloud, or any other cloud drive. We save it for understanding or studying data purposes. So that's the moment we save it, we are sharing. The moment we send something on internet, we are multiplying the files, and this is why its knowledge sharing is more beneficial than other processes. And apart from that, I would recommend that my study did not really cover the big 3P model, which can come in handy for higher education institutions. And we should look into more different dimensions, such as not just admissions part, but we can look into faculty part. We can look into different courses part to see which program is beneficial, which program is not. Apart from that, qualitative study is more recommended than this because we have a broader vision when it comes to different people and obviously study the current trends. With that, I would like to conclude my presentation and say that having knowledge management systems is quite beneficial, and through that, we can create a knowledge cloud because we are in IR4 and we are upgrading and trending every now and then. And through that, we can make benefits. Organizations, not just schools, but every organization in the world can have better ideas and progress better. With that, Thank you very much for listening. These are my references. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.